Hello, welcome. The developer direct here starts in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm quite excited. I always love the Xbox developer directs. They always do just like a stellar job of showing off these games. So I am really excited to see what they've got in store for us this year. Obviously, we're going to see Doom. We're going to see South of Midnight. We're going to see that other game. I can't remember what it's called. Claire something 33. Yeah. And then there's a 4th game that we don't know about. I don't know what that is yet, so I'm really excited to see what that is. I really want to see more of South of Midnight. But we're going to watch this, and then we'll probably go back and maybe flip through it one more time and just talk about it a little bit. And then I might take a break and then come back with more Dark Souls 2 randomized, because I was having a lot of fun with that. Oh, I was just about to text you, Riley. I was literally about to be like, oh, I wonder if he's free right now or if he wants to watch. Let's flip over. There you go. Let me move my shit. Hold on. Move this, like, up here, so I'm out of the way. Am I a little small? Maybe I'll boost it a little bit. I heard some people say maybe there would be a 5th thing that they're showing, but I don't know about that. I'm just really excited to find out when South of Midnight and Doom are coming out, because the rumors are that they're coming out in like maybe only a couple months. Compulsion Games, Sandfall Interactive, id Software. And what's the 4th one? Let's go. All games are available day 1 with Game Pass, so whatever this 4th game is will be on Game Pass. Good to know. All games support Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming. That's also good. Means you can play on your phones and shit. Doom 2. Doomer. Technically, it's Doom 3, Doom with a Vengeance. 4 games. What is the 4th game? 4 studios. They're really keeping it under wraps. Straight from the devs. I'm really curious to find out more about Obscure or whatever it's called, because it's a small dev team from what I understand. Like, it's only like a dozen or so people, like 2 dozen people. I don't know. Maybe it's a bigger project than I think it is, but I looked on their website. It did not look very big. I would love for the 4th game to be Double Fine, to be honest, if I'm like really hoping. Copium. If it was Double Fine with something that they're working on. Oh, we're starting with the 4th game. Okay. It's publishing, which means it's not from Xbox themselves. Like, it's not one of the studios they own. This is a third party that they're partnered with. Team Ninja. Is it Ninja Gaiden?
こんにちは。光栄テクモゲームズ
Koei
チーム忍者
Tecmo
の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきた
One of our
新シリーズ
flagship
の新情報を
action
発表できる
series.
機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Is it a new Ninja Gaiden?
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the
Whoa.
world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless
What is
downpour
with the
of
visuals?
persistent
Holy shit. The
The
art
abandoned
style is so
Tokyo
crazy.
continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Anime?
Infiltrated the facility.
It's like if Astral Chain
Commencing
was...
mission.
Wait, is this Astral Chain? Wait, Platinum? It reminded me, so it's like if Astral Chain... Like, that's why I thought Astral Chain, because it was fucking Platinum. That makes so much sense.
No escape.
Wow. Parries. Gore. Ooh, that's sick. That's super sick. Strider Black. Oh, dude, Strider Black is actually such a cool fucking name for a Strider game. I really hope Strider comes back at some point. This is pretty crazy, though. This is really cool looking.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
Yo, there he is!
Here.
Wait, this looks a lot more traditional. Okay, now we're back in this like future area. Okay, so there's gonna be more traditional environments.
Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Wow, that's awesome. What a cool get for Game
大
Pass.
変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
Team Ninja and Platinum. So the gameplay is gonna be fire.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。
Yeah, they're pretty good.
忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあ
That's
たり
crazy too, because that's the second Ninja Gaiden game. We're getting 2 Ninja Gaiden games this year. Nero. I think he said it's Raven, didn't he? Oh, I wasn't looking.
制作することにしました。
Ryu Hayabusa.
先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中でリュウハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。
I wonder if he, like, how they...
リュウハヤブサが戦う
Oh,
目的は
Yakumo.
何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
Oh, his Japanese voice is way better. I'm definitely playing the game in
黒竜がもたらした
Japanese.
長期の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、
I don't really know the lore of Ninja
東京の安
Gaiden.
寧は訪れません。
It's crazy that there's 2 Ninja Gaiden games coming out this year, though. Like, that's insane. Because there's also the 2D Ninja
本作
Gaiden
の
game.
新主人公であり、ハヤブサと
Oh,
罪を
yeah,
な
so he's
す
from
カラ
Raven
スイチ
Clan.
門
That's
に
why he
所
said
属する
Raven.
ヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継続。
This music sounds awesome, by the
危
way.
機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京は
I really love the art.
街全体が崩壊し、魔族や
Yes, Nero.
ヤクモと
Nero is
敵対
his
す
name.
る勢力
You're
が
right.
ひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
I got the joke. I just didn't react. Sorry. That's on me.
前作より 立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを忍具や
Cool.
シリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクション
Wall
を駆使し
running.
て乗り越えていくことになります。
Web swinging.
レー
Cool.
ルアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。
So this is what
こ
Platinum
れら以
Games
外
has
に
been
も
up to.
様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、
Feels like they
さ
haven't
れたアイテムな
announced
どを用意
anything
して
in
お
a
り
long
ステー
time.
ジが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者外伝シリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。
Cool.
そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは、荒れ果てた東京の
They definitely look like very different from one another in movement.
現世に蔓延する人ならざる者、妖魔。そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、
Wow.
新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、
It does look quite
目にも
fast.
止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらに
Okay.
ヤクモが使える
That's a
新要素
little crazy.
結節忍術
Bloodbind
ヌエの型を駆使した
Ninjutsu
ダイナミックな
Nui
攻撃
style.
によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対
I mean, it
一の
looks
戦闘を可能にし
awesome.
ました。
It looks really
ヌエの型
fucking
で
cool.
はこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない
And it's a Game Pass
広範囲
game.
かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、
So we'll be
過去
playing
に無
this.
勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率付きも健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
So sick.
特にアクションに関して
I
は
don't think
手触
Cody
り、
is
バ
one
ラ
of
ン
them.
ス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき
Are those the guys that killed Martin Luther
会社の垣根を越えた
King?
密なやり取りをさせていただ
The
いてい
CIA
ます
ninjas.
本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて
The one wing
敵や
thing is
状
so
況ごとに
funny.
使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる
Yeah, like I said, they do look fundamentally like quite different from one
様々
another.
な戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
So sick. Okay, well, they both have that
ヤクモ
move.
そして竜ハヤ
Yeah, the
ブサ
Azuna drop.
飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズ
Not all ninjas.
歯応えやグレードの高いアクション体験
Hashtag
の
not
提
all
唱
ninjas.
さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
It's awesome.
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めて
Since
き
we
ましたが
stealthily like
ついに
ninjas
発表す
teamed
る
up
こ
with
とができて
Platinum.
非常に嬉しく思います2025年秋に本
They
作を
were
皆
so
様にお届け
secretive
できる
about
の
it.
を楽しみにしています
Fall
ここにもぜひご期待ください
In the fall. Sweet. Did that also say PS5?
さて
I think it
本
did.
日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません
Now
こちらを
there's
ご覧く
one
ださい
more thing. Is this about the 2D game? Team Ninja. So not this is Ryu. Unreal Engine. They're about to be like, he's in Tekken, bro. Sounds like Final Fantasy music. Wait, is this like a remake of Ninja Gaiden Black? This might be like a remake. If this is a remake and this is out like soon, I would be very excited to try this out. This, wow, this looks awesome, by the way. Hop, hop, hop. It makes sense if you're doing a new game to also give something like old for people to try out in the meantime and see if they like it, to build excitement.
Go back to hell. All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
2. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜はやぶさに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。
That lady have a gun?
そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、
Game Pass today?
Xbox
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Our first new game of the year, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
Hell yeah, brother!
30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4
The Year of the Ninja.
2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。
This will be awesome, man. What a cool resurgence. There's potentially 3 Ninja Gaiden games this year. That is crazy. Well, there's the extra 5th game people talked about. All right, I'm not going to lie. I'm very excited for South of Midnight, and I honestly think it has potential to be my game of the year for 2025. That is like the excitement I have for this game. Every time I've seen it, I think it looks obscenely cool. Look at these designs, dude. They're amazing. Like, the art is just insane.
Here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
As a big gator.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes.
Her mom's so
Let's
cute.
go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Oh, shit.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old.
This is a ridiculously pretty woman. Oh my god.
Will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
Ooh, alternate tires.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality. the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of
Damn,
the
it's
past.
raining.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures
Stream?
she encounters.
As Hazel
What's going on with the stream? Actually, I think it's my fucking like Windows is
discovers her
crashing.
power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old
I don't know what's
vortex
going on.
actually exist.
I think we're good.
Up here. My salvation.
Yo, that's a big fish.
Good old catfish. The storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself.
That's a good ass
Well,
fish.
Do your weaver thing and help me down.
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities.
Wall
Those
running!
abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will
Sweet.
master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the Slugburrows on
Let's boost this quality a little bit.
and unleashes devastating strikes from afar.
It was looking a little hazy on my
While the
side.
Ravager closes the
I'm definitely gonna
distance,
watch this back in 4K on my TV tonight when Gabby gets
Hazel
home.
can counter these threats
I
with
definitely want to
agile
show her
weaving
this game.
abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks,
I think she's excited for it too.
but close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you do your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat.
I kind of
readiness
liked it
and
because it's
functioning
very
abilities.
much like micromanaging a
As Hazel
horde,
progresses
you
in
know?
the game,
I like
she
that.
unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions,
Ow.
each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes,
Oh,
which
coot.
reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region.
That's
to
cool.
reflect the
Man, I
creature
love this.
that's been brought to the
I'm
memory.
very excited.
From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters
Two-Toed Tom.
have phases that ramp up in complexity. As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
Uh-oh.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes.
Look at this! Look at the art style, bro! It's so
to flooded
good.
farmlands, to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and Haint Blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The Way to the Past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here. All those damn Haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our Moody Compulsion signature style, but this time we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore
That's
is
so
open to visual
cool.
interpretation,
God damn, does that
we
look
embrace
good.
the freedom to reimagine
What
these
the- who the hell is
creatures
this
and
little
their
guy?
stories to adapt how they look and to craft our own version of a fantastical deep south.
Now that's a big old catfish, yeah.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central teams. We're lucky to have talent across all
Sackboy
of
huge
disciplines
get.
that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed.
Damn, that guy's
the dive
cheeks
into
were-
South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now
Yo,
available on
birthday
Xbox
game!
Instant.
Birthday game! April 8th! That's a birthday game for me, baby. April? Dude, Xbox is fucking going nuts to start off this year. Avowed is in like 2-3 weeks. And then April? Surely that doesn't... I heard Doom in May. Surely that's not true then. There's no way they would do February, April, May, and then nothing? Ninja Gaiden? Which is pretty cool.
Bonjour
Where's Ben
everyone.
Starr? Is
We
Ben
are
Starr in
Software
this?
Interactive, and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started
Oh,
training
wow.
ideas right away. And that quickly
That
turned into
introduction.
training files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element and a cinematic battle camera system.
Oh,
Things
didn't
really
get the perfect
clicked when
timing.
we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because
Wow.
I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that.
Why does that guy
defined
have a
by
buff
three core
dog on
elements.
his desk?
A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love.
Dude, the UI. Show me who did the UI. Because that person has a bright future ahead of them. The UI is fucking insane in this game.
Friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
That is so interesting. So is everyone in the cast of your Team 33? So it's like, oh, if we don't do this, we're dead anyway.
We honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Aria.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Children of the Mice?
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Mael.
Really, the only place that you see like the budget constraints is in the face animations. Like, they don't really have the budget to do any sort of like mo-capping.
It's not all dark though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character.
Hello.
He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many experiences.
Yeah, that's my guy.
He is a Jest-Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jest-Trolls across the game.
That's my fucking guy right there.
And of course,
Bonjour.
there is Eskier.
That's what it
Who is
sounded
one
like
of
he
the
said.
oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Eskier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
He walks with a swagger.
And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love.
He's just
and
fly
adds a
forever.
real-time reaction.
Hell yeah. Ooh, so there is a little bit more like,
intensity and
it's not just press time the A,
turn,
it's like,
can negate all damage by dodging or firing at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Mel switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects.
Oh my
which in
God.
the game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
He does look a lot like Robert Pattinson. You're right.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break.
Get out of here.
We wanted
There we go.
something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight.
They're gonna
you at any
fight?
point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like. The Gestrel Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and century. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box.
What I think is really compelling about this game is that when they talk about it, you hear a lot of like, I did this, I did that. And I think that's compelling because it shows how small this staff is, but also it means that everyone has a bit of like ownership over a thing they contributed to the game, which is not something you see a lot of the time in gaming nowadays.
Could I? Ow!
Definitely a Gestrel.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world.
I love him.
Instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
Hell yeah.
And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically.
That's
and
awesome.
It ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eske's help traveling around. Here we go. We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side
This is
and
great.
hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
I guess he's like a crazy god that you can upgrade, and he like helps you navigate the world.
And souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th.
April?
On Xbox Series X and S, and is available day one with Xbox.
Another April?
You can already wish the game and follow
This
us
is
for more info.
Expedition
We
33.
are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33.
April again?
We are a small, passionate team
Dude,
who
I don't
found a
have
good
the
game,
schedule.
and we can't wait for you to discover
Like, I
our
don't
story,
even work,
our
and I
world,
can't
and
fit
our
all
take
these
on the
fucking
Turn
games into my goddamn schedule.
behalf
Ninja
of
Gaiden
everyone
2
at
remake
Temple,
is
thank you
out
for joining
now. I have to download that after the stream.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
April 24th. Yeah, by the way, Ninja Gaiden 4 was in this fucking thing. And Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Here we go. The main event. Oh, we're kicking it off the way it's supposed to be. If this is a May release, which was the rumored like date, it's over,
Hello,
dude.
And welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then.
In before
but our
April.
team
No!
is passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a
By the way, I
look at
still
our most
haven't finished
ambitious game
fucking
yet.
Metaphor.
This is
I still have to
Doom:
finish
The
that
Dark Ages.
off
That
stream.
was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, give it to me. Oh, yeah. Big fucking robot. I'm gonna...
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
I hope so.
In a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. It's a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine
This is the new Doom game.
aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So
Interesting.
Let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast.
Look at this UI.
A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Parries?
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes
What is this
racing
big
to aim
fight
viable
happening
again,
up here?
just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
The shield saw. The dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it's so cool. It's so dumb, but it's so cool. But it's so stupid, but it's so cool.
On a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
They said parry shit. You're gonna parry and you're gonna like it. This is Sekiro now.
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id.
So green attacks are parryable. So you have to look. It's color coded. See, parry.
How about an iron flail?
A flail? Oh no!
Electrified gauntlet.
Electric
Or even
fist?
Doom spiked mace. That's
Mace!
right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can
And it's totally awesome. It is the only company that can say, and it's totally awesome, and I'm just like, yes, yes it is. You're right.
from any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing.
Is there no glory kills?
Smashing your way through the horde with total freedom.
Did they decide that that was too time consuming? They wanted to be faster?
We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger. That's right.
Oh my god.
Last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal
Oh, he does the
torture
Terminator flip.
built to butcher
I love this weapon idea.
and shred the minions of hell with. only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools
What
of
the
mayhem
fuck?
that only the Slayer
The destructible
has the power to
walls?
create. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage.
Extended
and see how these
gameplay?
medieval mechanics
How much more
synergize with
gameplay
enemies
can you
and
show?
environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
So it looks like glory kills are out in favor of these melee kills, which I think is fine because they're trying to keep the action really fast paced. Little glory kills, as cool as they were a pause in the action every time you did one. Shield throw, parry. They still do slow-mos on them though, so I don't really see why they couldn't have done glory kills as well. Oh, he can jump to his own shield? Interesting, parry. Shield throw. Oh, it's stuck in its head. What the fuck? That's awesome. Okay. Shield bash has an AoE. Parry. Dashes in, so he avoids the attack. Shield throw, once it gets stuck in it, maybe weakens them? Like you could do more damage when it's stuck in them?
For the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them
Game
best.
speed? You can make it the whole game faster?
Or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
Holy fuck. Do max speed, hardest difficulty speed runs? That's actually going to be so sick to watch.
Have for you. You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's powerful, and you can beat
Fuck you.
giant demons to death with your
I'ma
gold-plated
fucking
fists.
kill you.
That wasn't enough. We also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat
Parry.
systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
That's a big fucking gun.
That's all that is. We know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Man, this is stellar.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered.
Key card.
Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose.
Well, a little arching effect on that is really cool.
Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game.
Oh my, so many enemies, Jesus Christ.
And dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
Maybe I jumped the gun when I said South of Midnight would be my game of the year. Maybe I was a little early when I said that. I love the parry system. I love that it's color-coded, that it's easily readable.
War and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Ah!
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel
I
like
definitely
you're
am going to miss
expanding
Mick.
the legend of the Slayer
Nobody
with
is
every
quite like
mission you
Mick Gordon, but obviously the music's still going to be good.
The story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new
200-person McGordon supplement. That's how many people it takes to even try to replicate what he does.
Out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
Wow. Wow, dude.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide.
No KI2.
When Doom the Dark Ages releases this
May. Dude. Oh my god. Look at these release dates. Ninja Gaiden 2 today, Expedition in April, South of Midnight in April, and Doom in May. Bro, what the fuck? Monster Hunter at the end of February. Like, holy front load, yeah.
You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. Developer Direct, like from Xbox, genuinely is like the best thing Xbox does, like advertising wise. This event is always really good. It always does such a good job of selling games, and the games that show up in it are always fucking good. Hi-Fi Rush was my game of the year. Indiana Jones was my game of the year. Both of those were first shown off in Developer Directs. It's crazy. They do such a fucking good job. Massive dub. Yeah, give that look at the likes. Holy shit. Massive. I mean, this was just incredible. Let's talk a little bit more about these games. We'll just go in the order. Let's take a look back at these trailers. I've not played like a 3D Ninja Gaiden game really ever. I played a little bit of like 2D Ninja Gaiden, but I've never played this. Let's watch the Ninja Gaiden 4 trailer again and just like let it soak in a little bit. Because this looked really cool, and the fact that it's on Game Pass, like, I'd be stupid not to try it out. We'll watch it back one more time. I was really impressed by the overall feel of, like, how having two protagonists, how they can feel distinctly different from one another. But this was a great announcement for the show, and a great get for Game Pass. The fact that they could still get such a big IP, such a big name on Game Pass is awesome. And also, like, was this just the art direct, honestly? Like, I cannot think of 5 better, like, art. Like, just look at how cool or amazing or beautiful these games look. Like this, even this one, which you could argue is maybe the weakest of those, it still has such a distinct identity, and the choice of colors here is just, like, wonderful. I love how, like, ominous shit like this looks. It looks really good. And this is just one shot. There's another shot here with the dragon through the sky that looks amazing. And the blood splatter, the dismemberment looks really, really cool. Like, look at this. This looks fucking crazy. art direct. Like, it's insane.
Continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Crazy get. Platinum and Team Ninja. What a combo. That is awesome. And it's good to know what Platinum's been up to. They have not, like, made anything in a while. Wall running. Dismemberment. Like, that looks awesome. There's so much blood. Love the splatter on the screen effect. That's really cool. A little bit of assassination, maybe stealth stuff? Maybe not stealth necessarily, but like you could sneak attack one person. This is super cool too, that like splash screen. That looks like maybe just a cutscene. Sonic Rail Grinds? Hell yeah. I'm really excited to see what these boss encounters actually look like. Or like feel like when we play it. You're gonna hurt, man.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Like all these fucking games?
It ends here.
Or like Ninja Gaiden's just really hard. Yeah, I really like the way they make Ryu and what's his name again? Hakuto? Something like that? How they feel distinct from one another. Ninja Gaiden 4. What a sick release. Fall and on PS5.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Sick. So sick. Ninja Gaiden? I used to pray for times like these. Let's fucking go. We're so back. Bring Tenchu back. That would be cool too. Man, we're going to get a Ninja Gaiden game and an Onimusha game. It's a good day for Also, can I like I mentioned, so there's Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is, by the way, out today. Out today. This game is. We'll take one more look at this. How hard is Ninja Gaiden 2 compared to Ninja Gaiden Black, like 1 Black? Dude, the dismemberment looks so cool. I love the environments in this too. This looks really good. Remade it, shadow dropped it, and it's on Game Pass. You think they just get harder? Oh, fuck. I thought Black 1 was the hardest. This looks so sick. This one in particular is batshit crazy. The fights look insane. Thunder God guy, giant lava cat, demon harpy. Crazy. I'm gonna try it. We're definitely gonna try it. I'd like to beat it if I can, but I guess if it's too hard, we'll see. Available today. Oh, this one's not on PS5, or at least it's not advertised. But also, by the way, maybe I'll just type in Ninja Gaiden and we'll get it. Okay, there's a lot of 4 reveal trailers. Where's the other Ninja Gaiden game they announced? Hi, Max. I'll have to watch his shit later. Oh, there's me. What the hell? That's me. What the fuck? Wait, am I gonna react to this when I see myself? Hold on, I wanna see. Oh, look, that's me. You can see me. Oh, it's an infinite loop. Oh no, we're trapped in here forever. It's never gonna end. Where's the fucking other Ninja Gaiden game? Onion ring. Where the fuck is it? They announced another game. Can I not? Wasn't it like Blood Rage or something like that? Oh my god. So, refresh the page. Game Awards. Maybe that'll get it brought up. Yeah, Ragebound. This is also coming out this year. That's 3 fucking Ninja Gaiden games in 1 year. Like, has a game ever had a bigger comeback where they're just like, yeah, here's fucking 3 games. You guys waited long enough. So who's this guy? This guy is not the same person as the Ninja Gaiden 4 playable character, right? Because he's too old. Yes, this is the Blasphemous, guys. Dude, once you see the art style of the actual game, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's Blasphemous. So sick. Such a sick trailer. There it is. Oh yeah, the Blasphemous guys made this, right? Great music too. I'm also extremely excited for this game. Yeah, it's really cool looking. Ragebound. Yeah. So, and that's coming out in the summer. So it's fucking Ninja Gaiden 2 today, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound in the summer, and then Ninja Gaiden 4 at the end of the year. What? What? Not even at the end of the year. It said fall. So it might be like in a 10-month span. Oh, man. What the hell? Oh, is this like... Art style looks really good. Frame rate and subscene looks rough. I mean, it does come out for like 3 more months. That one sucks. This game looks so good. I'll give it a like. Hopefully more people like this one. Let's see this little trailer.
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do. As long as you didn't forget the flash.
Gamers really see a black woman and go, ah, get it away.
Wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Why would you break that, you bitch? I don't even know if they showed like a full uncut trailer in what we saw. Yeah, we didn't see this.
Downstream with Mama in it, and it ain't just about Mama. I'm seeing these things.
Hey, Hazel.
Who's there?
Show me the catfish. Yo, that's my guy. That's my damn catfish.
Nope, ain't no way.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself.
The Troupple King, yeah, Troupple King.
You can't see strides, can't you? And a trained weaver ought to be able to rescue her mama easy. I can teach you the rest.
This better work.
Lost in a crowd, you feel your thoughts out loud. Lost in.
Can I help you, son?
You know anything about that creepy old house up on the hill?
Yes, that was once the home of Hug and Molly.
Wait, is Hug and Molly real?
All the stories are real, darling.
Until you call.
Dude, it looks so cool. Yes, it is very Alice in Wonderland.
They mend parts of your soul so ripped you'd forgotten they were ever one piece.
I came all this way to hear your story. The real story, Itchy.
It was complicated. This is grown folks' business. This ain't for you.
I ain't no damn child.
Damn, this shit looks so good. There's just no game that looks like this, you know? Like, the art style is so inspired.
You've been keeping secrets.
And the music is so good for this, like, type of... Like, everything is working together in tandem so well for me. South of Midnight. Coming in April. April 8th, bro. 5-day early access. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for the premium edition, bro. Wait, what was included with that? You get a digital comic book, digital art book, a music video, a documentary, and the soundtrack. Okay. I mean, those are cool, but I'm not gonna pay like $30 for the premium version or whatever. Okay. Looks awesome, right? Until Dawn type shit. No, bro, it's fucking, it looks good. It looks so good. Have they not revealed? Okay, there's the Doom trailer. It's only a minute long. Oh, it's just the sizzle reel. That's why. And then we got Expedition 33.
Rated mature.
Show me this full trailer.
I've been having nightmares. Being out here isn't what I expected.
I'm really curious to see how this game does. There were so many people at the Xbox like game show last summer, that like literally was like, yeah, this game stole the show. Like they showed off like Doom: The Dark Ages, and people were like, no, this game actually was the best looking game. And that was like not an uncommon opinion. That was actually really common.
Learn from the ones who came before.
And they betrayal, the ones who come after.
So the concept here, which I find really interesting, is there's a painter that just appeared one day. It's like a giant woman in the distance, and on her canvas she paints a number. And whenever she paints that number, everyone older than that number dies. Like they just disintegrate basically. So people are worried because the number keeps getting lower and lower and lower, that if it gets too low, like humanity goes extinct. So they're sending these expeditions of people out there to try to stop the paintress from painting any more numbers, hoping that stops them all from dying. Basically, it's it's interesting. It's very anime.
Wait, I hear something.
The numbers base. I really like these like toy-looking designs for some of these characters. And I love, like, this has always been the thing with turn-based games, is that they're not interactive enough. Like, just pressing a thing and watching it happen can be really boring. So, like, it always felt weird to me that no game really, like, picked up where, like, Thousand Year Door took off. Like Thousand Year Door and Mario and Luigi always had really interactive, like, block systems and attack systems. But the games weren't grand enough scale or difficult enough. Like I played Thousand Year Door last year for the first time, and I was left very whelmed. Like I was like, yeah, it's good, but I don't think it's like the greatest RPG of all time. It's nice that it was interactive, but it wasn't. I wanted something to take that to another level. This looks like it's actually taking it to another level. Thousand Year Door, what, 2002? ...2004. So that's over 20 years ago now. Go away.
Is that a Kestrel?
I still can't believe they exist.
There's definitely elements of this game that I think look like they're budget constrained. Like there's obviously not a lot of like mocapping done. It's a lot of very like handcrafted animations, which is going to limit like how smooth they look a lot of the time. There's no like face animations, like their faces aren't like multifaceted with muscles and stuff like that, so they don't like conform the way, like those are just like budgetary limits, because this is a really small game. Like they showed pretty much everyone on the development team, and it was like 12 people. So I'm curious to see how many people hit the game for that, because it's kind of a weird thing, because like they don't have a way to circumvent that criticism. There's no feasible way with their budgets that they could do that. It just doesn't work. So I'm curious to see if, like, when the game comes out, we're going to see this. I really liked the game, but it was, the animation work was really poor and the face animations just looked awful. So I'm actually going to give it a 7. Like, I'm curious to see if that happens, but we'll see.
With your company, I just need a foot.
A foot. Bam.
We can turn into a
Right, it's not their selling point. That's always one of my things that I think is interesting about video game criticism is, like, what is intended versus what is not, and is it right to criticize something that was never prioritized in the first place?
Bulger said you could help.
All right.
Hell yeah. That's my guy. He's cheeked up on a Tuesday?
Much better way to travel.
We're gonna take down the painters, just the 3 of us?
I didn't take you
Oh,
for a coward.
that guy looked like he died. Like, the last time I remember that being such a criticism because literally half of Andromeda's selling point was the fucking faces. Yeah. Right. Because it's like, that was the thing. And you're forced to interact. It's the same thing, like, Starfield got that criticism too. Because, like, you spend most of that game talking to people. So it's like, it's kind of, like, I'm comfortable with people criticizing the faces on that. For me, personally, it generally doesn't irk me too much. So, whatever. Bethesda cannot face. You're right about that.
Is not over.
April 24th. Did they say 28th in the direct? Is it one of those premium things? Is it 24th or 28th? I guess it's 24th. It says right there, 24th. I'm so very sorry, my friend. God damn. Artsy fartsy fucking game. This game looks so incredible. Yep, excited. Cringe baby. Womp womp. And then fucking Doom. I love the color coding in this. I think the color coding is so smart. Because that's one of those things, like, I talked about Sekiro. One of the things that bugs me about Sekiro is that they have this, like, multi-dimensional dodge, parry, jump, right? Like, someone will do an attack, and based on what that attack is, you're supposed to know, oh, I'm supposed to jump this. Oh, I'm supposed to dodge this. Oh, I'm supposed to fucking do something else. What is it? It's like jump, dodge, parry, right? And you're supposed to, like, know based on all 3 of them have, like, a symbol that flashes, but the symbol's the same color, I'm pretty sure. And so I can never fucking tell. Like, I just see red and I'm just like, jump, I guess. And I feel like I'm guessing it. It always frustrated me. And I'm sure if I played the game longer, I would have been better aware about that. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be accessibility stuff. That'll be interesting. I'm sure that they thought about that and tested that. But yeah, that's essentially the, like, I did not like that system in Sekiro because I found it so hard to tell. This game, at least to me, not being colorblind as far as I know, it really looks quite readable, and I appreciate that. Like, there, parry. And the projectiles aren't, like, insanely fast or anything either, a lot of the time, at least from what we've seen. Underwater. Why does the devil look like handsome Squidward? And then, yeah, the other thing, too, Doom Eternal, I think, really put in these like parkour movement segments, one, to give the game a sense of verticality that was very cool, but also because they did feel like they needed to break up the pacing of just constantly fighting. Like, a lot of people felt like, oh, you didn't need these segments, I would rather just keep fighting mindlessly. But honestly, I feel like that's one of those opinions that's very easy to have when you're not doing it. Like, going back to like the first Doom 2016, it became a lot more apparent how monotonous the gameplay can get because of that lack of alternate interactivity. Like, it's just shoot, and everyone has their favorite weapon, so they're using one weapon most of the time. And so Doom Eternal tried to address a lot of that by, hey, let's break up the action with these sort of like parkour and or puzzle segments, and also the gameplay itself, we're going to break it up by forcing you to switch weapons more often, because now ammo is more limited, and you have to do certain things to get ammo, and so you're forced to swap through your weapons more often in Doom Eternal, and some people really didn't like that. So I'm curious to see. I think that this sense of like this parry system and the alternate melee combat and all that stuff, I think that's an answer to that criticism, where it's like, okay, people didn't really like the parkour element, but we're still going to break up the action by having them have a more open space to explore. So there's still a little bit of that cooldown in between combat for you to just kind of reset and come down from that high, and then we'll hit it again in the next combat encounter. But also, people didn't like being forced to switch weapons as often, so we're going to kind of limit that a little bit. Now it's easier to get ammo again, but we still want some alternate form of interactivity, so here's a parry system that every enemy is going to utilize in some way. It's really like looking at the way Doom develops these games, or id specifically, they're just so smart about that, about understanding player interactivity and where you grow like a certain numbness to things, because that is the issue with these very combat focused games, is that eventually you just grow numb to the fact that you're doing the combat over and over and over and over again, and you need something to cool down from. So I think I get what they're going for there, and I'm really excited for it. Oh yeah, and the other reason I brought that up is because of the fucking flying segment and robot segment and all that shit. That's a good looking demon right there. Hell yeah. Damn. And on PS5. Good for the PS5 fans. PS5 owners. I want to go to Reddit real fast. I just want to see what the live, because there's probably I want to see what some of these are saying to this. Let's see this one. Looks cool. The low frame rate animation's a bit rough to watch in a game. It's just for cutscenes, I presume. You can turn it off during gameplay, but not in the cutscenes. I really hope this game's good because the atmosphere and setting look amazing, but the frame rate style is super off-putting. I don't know if this animation style is going to work as well in-game compared to a movie like Spider-Verse. It just comes across as having performance issues. I do hope I'm wrong. See, I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. Cautiously optimistic. Style is excellent. Voice acting is stellar. Animation looks great, but because the mocap seems to be at full rate and most of the world animation does not, it really does jar the eye. This is probably the best put criticism, because yeah, you could tell that like when someone moved their hands, it was like full rate, but then their face was half rate and refreshing slower. And I did notice that, which looked a little interesting. The thing is, though, is that like looking at it for 3 minutes is going to be jarring, but looking at it for 3 hours, it's eventually going to fade. Like eventually you're not going to notice it. That's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. And a lot of people are going to say they're going to be turned off by it. You know, it looks jarring, and they're probably not even going to give it a shot, which is going to be unfortunate. But I think if they do give it a shot, like it'll fade from your mind after a little bit. Like you just stop noticing it because it becomes part of the world itself. I think that if it didn't work, they wouldn't be doing it. Like playtest wise, you would get responses and say like, "Oh, people aren't liking this. We should cut this," which I guess they do have an option, which you could look at as being indicative of that, but. I don't know. I don't think people will really think about it too much. Expedition 33, what are people saying? This might be silly, but the thing that interested me most was the use of the old school Final Fantasy style world map. I do love that. You can tell they were really excited to show that off. Yes, you could. I'm excited for a lot of games 24/5. This one's on the top of my list. Yeah. This is the thing that keeps, like, so many people are excited for this game, and I'm excited too, but I don't know that it's top of my list. But this cast is crazy. Charlie Cox, who's Daredevil, is one of the characters. Andy Serkis is in it. Ben Starr is in it. I don't know Jennifer English. I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3, so. But for people who play Baldur's Gate 3, they're Shadowheart. I'm really excited for this one, but I'm very confused by the glimpse of the team they've shown. It's small, first-time developer, but the production value looks AAA. It doesn't look AAA. Like, that's the thing. Is like a lot of people are kind of getting, like, they're doing a really effective job of tricking you into thinking it's like a AAA game. But if you know what to look for, it does not look AAA to me. It looks like you could tell the face animations are limited budget. You could tell a lot of the mocap work is limited budget. And the scale of the environments looks very tight. Like very like go down this one path. Maybe it branches, but then the branch comes together type things. Like I actually think it looks really... I think they use their budget really effectively. But it does not look AAA. I just absolutely disagree with that. Certainly gave me vibes of old JRPG. God, I can't wait. French Final Fantasy 13. That's an interesting way to put it. Probably one of the first games I've ever actually seen low-key looking forward to in a long while. Oh, man, you should look forward to more games. There's some really good games. Is this a JRPG or an FRPG? French RPG. Cool. So people are pretty buzzed about that. That's great to see. Let's do... I'm going to say, I guess Ninja Gaiden's at the top. Let's just go from bottom to top. Doom the Dark Ages. Besides Ninja Gaiden 4, really nice that all these released in the first half of 2025. That is crazy. Like, we're getting off to a wicked start. In Eternal, you were a jet. In Dark Ages, you're a tank. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I love the way they put that. Structure is more important. You can choose what missions to do and what enemies to fight to some degree. They use the word sandbox. Story will take place in cutscenes this time, but they also stress that things will be really big, like a blockbuster movie. The mech and the rideable dragon are not one-time use and have combat roles. Guns look great. Honestly, they're changing more than I anticipated, but it still looks amazing to me. I thought after Eternal I was done with Doom, but man, they're pulling me back in. Wait, is this person insinuating like Eternal was bad? I don't... The way that's phrased makes me think that they were like, I didn't like Eternal. I was done with Doom. I love what I'm seeing, but the only issue I have is the glory kills. I miss mini cutscenes. Yeah, like I said, I think that they're just trying to keep the pacing really fast, so they didn't want to do glory kills, and they might have hit their limit with like how quickly they could do a glory kill without making them all look the same. So they just thought like, oh well, they're gonna get enough freedom from trying out different weapons, and it keeps the pacing faster, but there's still that slowdown effect on the melee. I did not play the DLCs. I heard the DLCs were a bit hit or miss. I do own the DLCs. I just haven't played them, as funny as that is to say. I love Doom Eternal, but honestly, I don't need more of that kind of breakneck pace gameplay, so I'm glad they're changing up the formula a bit for this one. The pairing system looks awesome, and everything I saw looks like a perfect evolution of already very good Doom gameplay. Yeah, and I like that they had the speed option. Like, having the speed option, letting you choose how fast you want the game to be, that's really smart, because there are people that are going to say, well, I kind of miss how fast Doom Eternal was. Well, now you could just go in there and make it that fast, right? You could just tune up the speed. I can't wait for the endless arguments about how this game is too different and doesn't understand what made the previous games so good. The shit was insufferable with the Doom Eternal discourse, and it looked like this game is going to be just as divisive, maybe even more so given its bigger focus on story and stuff like Mecha Dragon. That is interesting. I will say that I'm in the camp of when I played Doom Eternal, I felt like Doom 2016 was better. But I also understood that if I had just played Doom 2016, like if I played them back to back, I probably wouldn't think that way. Like, Doom Eternal does so many subtle changes to improve Doom 2016 that you don't even really recognize that it's happening. That, like, if you played them right next to each other, you'd be like, man, Doom 2016 is really, like, kind of plain compared to Doom Eternal. It's just so much more grandiose, has you doing so many more things. But, like, the nostalgic part of my brain was like, nah, I kind of like Doom 2016 more. Maybe it was just the surprise of it. Like, Doom 2016 had no real expectations, and then it ended up being a genuine, like, game of the decade type game. The gameplay looks incredible, but oh my god, does the soundtrack sound so much more generic now that Mick Gordon isn't working on it. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it does sound like it's missing that element of like personality for the game. Like it doesn't feel very Dark Ages-y to me. It just feels like rock, which it does bum me out a little bit. This direct has been making me angry at Microsoft. They could have been putting out games that kicked this much ass the whole time. Imagine if from 2013 to 2024 we were getting excellent, well-performing single-player games from a variety of genres like we're showing off. That's... Yeah, I was going to say they literally did not own these companies until like 7 years ago. Like, that is like a kind of silly thing to say. Okay. That was everything I wanted. I wanted after kind of hating Doom Eternal. Yeah, like that's just so surprising to me. I feel like a lot of people bounced off Doom Eternal, but if they went back to it, like they would see that it is that much better. Like it is a Game of the Year contender. Ninja Gaiden 2, day one drop. Would one need to play Ninja Gaiden 1 Black to jump into this? It looks awesome. Not at all. Ninja Gaiden has never been strict about the storyline of previous games. What I do love of what we saw of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is heavy violence that brought with it. Not to scare you off, but these games are very hard. The first game was so difficult that an employee at GameStop told me they were told to stop taking the game because it was being returned so much. Most people said they couldn't beat the second level, and I always thought that was funny because the fourth level is when the game stops being nice and introduces the brown ninja. It's not the unfair kind of hard. It's that you actually need to learn to play the game the way it was intended to play of hard. Block, learn the combos, and never button mash. Button mashing is why nobody could beat the second level. Anyways, to answer your question, yes, you should play the original Ninja Gaiden Black. There's no reason not to. It's on the backwards compatibility program, and it looks fantastic. It's a great game, and when you beat it, you earn a real-world accomplishment. Only one of the original team members on Team Ninja could beat this game on the highest difficulty. I beat the game on the hardest difficulty. It took me 2 years, and I had to start over twice. Damn. Yeah, people do like difficult games now compared to then. Games just were not really difficult in the era that the first Ninja Gaiden Black came out in. A lot of comments. Available today, yeah. I need a moment to catch my fucking breath. A full fucking decade without anything substantial. And then they come out with both 4 and 2 remake and then shadow drop it. Yeah, also, this isn't even leaving out like there's also the fucking new Rage Bound or whatever. But why not a remaster remake of the first one too? The second game is considered to be up there with the genre's best for some people. It definitely has its own fan base. Its 2 current versions are quite different, so there's no real definitive version, so hopefully this is the one. Okay, well that kind of explains that. I did wonder about why not remake the first one, but I guess the first one was already made, you know, it's still available. $50 on Steam. Yeah, I wonder if that's on Game Pass yet. Is this recently added? It's not popping up with the recently added. So it'll probably be added like later today. They added Diablo, which that's cool. What if I click on the Game Pass section? Will it pop up over here? There it is. Yeah. So it's available now. See in the Microsoft Store? No, I just want to download it because it's on Game Pass. Yeah, install. Oh, you just have to install from here? That's interesting. I'll leave that open for later. It's always been putting off replaying 2 because I no longer have an Xbox and all the options are Sigma 2, which does enough change, even with mods, to not be worthwhile. I'm surprised they chose to remake 2 instead of a new game, new Ninja Gaiden 1 Black. It's still the original Xbox version. Just replayed the trilogy on Game Pass last year. Oh, is it on Game Pass too? I didn't know the first one was on Game Pass. I thought it was just available to buy. And then Ninja Gaiden 4, the secret announcement, getting a lot of buzz. Ninja Gaiden 4 soon and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black Shadow drop today. Holy W. What a revival for the series. A new 2D and a new 3D game coming out. Both look great. Next Smash game, I know where to put my stocks in. Dude, that would be so sick. It did indeed. Team Ninja X Platinum Games, Ninja Gaiden 4. Oh, this is going to be a fantastic game, isn't it? I hope so. I am a little worried because Platinum hasn't really made anything, and also they just lost Kamiya. You know, he went on to go make the new company, so I am a little nervous about that, but we'll see. Platinum Game gets to work on a AAA game. I don't know if it's AAA. I can't believe it. Xbox actually fucking did it. This looks insane for the gameplay they're showing. It basically looks like a sequel to Metal Gear Rising, which we never got. Good point. Oh, I'm curious. Xbox just announced it's in an event, dude. It's a multi-platform title. It's on Game Pass. What did Xbox do here? Xbox just announced an event, dude. Yeah, but they're publishing. They're helping with the publishing and getting it on Game Pass. That's what he's talking about. I don't fucking believe this. Well, believe it, buddy. Also on PS5. Good for them. It's literally being published by Xbox Game Studios. So I'm curious what that means, like, budgeting wise. Like, did they incorporate a lot of the money into the budget or what? Even in the limited third-person action space that isn't Souls-like, there are basically no imitators except maybe Magenta Horizon of Ninja Gaiden. It's not even influential enough to get clones that would satisfy my itch. So see this game come back with parries and a witch time like every other action game of today. Well, I don't want Ninja Gear Rising Revengeance. I want Ninja Gaiden. And the frustrating thing to me is that what makes Ninja Gaiden's combat so great isn't as immediately tangible and easy to point at as something like Bayonetta with witch time or dodge offset or Devil May Cry with super complex combos. So trying to define what I mean by Ninja Gaiden is really difficult. Best I can muster up in the moment is that it's incredibly hectic, punishing, and rarely gives you an obvious answer. But what I can say is that I do not want Ninja Gaiden to start imitating other action games with a focus on parries and witch time dodges. I understand that that's not a very popular view online. I understand that most people on this thread will think I'm being vague, out of touch, and unreasonable. It probably is unreasonable. This was a pretty quick write-up in reaction to a 3-minute long trailer for a game that I'm still going to pick up immediately. Hell, we barely even get to see how Ryu plays. Maybe he won't be oriented around witch times and parries like Yakumo. Maybe it's a lower difficulty, but this is a series that really near and dear to my heart, and it makes me sad that I can't bring myself to feel unequivocally excited for its comeback. That's an interesting point of view. That is interesting. I don't know, like, obviously I don't have much experience with Ninja Gaiden, so I can't tell them what makes it unique either. But I guess, like, the argument is that Ninja Gaiden was gone for 10 years, right? And a big reason it was probably gone is because people didn't feel that way, that strongly about the gameplay, and that if it's going to make a comeback, it kind of had to borrow from what is considered like good gameplay for the action, you know, genre. So it's kind of unfortunate. I understand what they mean by wanting that. But at the same time, it's like, well, there wasn't really anything they could do. Like if they did what you want, then the game fails, right? This gives them at least a little bit more of an attempt to pull it off. It's kind of the same reason that they believe they need to dumb down fighting games. I don't know. Okay. But that's the event. I was hoping to see like a general discussion about the event itself, but it doesn't look like they did anything for that. So I guess maybe here, but I don't know if this is... Yeah, they just don't really think it's big enough to warrant it, which is really unfortunate. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks amazing. Yeah. People just not liking South of Midnight. I don't know. Like I said, I think that it will fade from most people's minds by the time they get deep into it. So, but I'm going to call it there. I kind of want to take a break, get a drink, do that stuff, and then we can start playing some Dark Souls 2. So, yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to end stream and then start a new stream with Dark Souls 2 so that way it's titled appropriately. But, yeah, that's it for the Xbox Game Event. I'd give that like an 8.5 out of 10. I think every game they showed was really cool and it had a lot of cool, good news. So, yeah, that's how I feel. Let me know how you feel. But I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. I'm just going to take a short break, grab a snack, get a drink, use the bathroom, and I'll be back in like 30 minutes to play some more Dark Souls 2. See you guys later. Peace.